Oh my gosh. Okay, so you guys have been hanging out in the chat. Good to see you, everybody. Mr. Pipsqueak is here. He's already grumpy and he's already producing lots of poops. Let's see if I solve the issue. I went back to the old setup last week. If you remember, I had some issues with the tripod, and so I went back to what this is. Listen closely. The camera is sitting on my guinea pig cage cleaning trash can, and it's at just the right height. So, Pippy, you hear that? Here, you sit here for a second. Let me get you some cookies. Today, give it a sniff. We have apple pea flakes, and of course, donning the cover, the package is the famous and illustrious Chef Tammy Mitchell. We got to try to make Chef Tammy Mitchell extremely famous. Chef Tammy Mitchell is the premier guinea pig food baker. Actually, Daniel from the what is it? The natural cavi. He is probably the most prolific guinea pig food chef that I know of. Okay, Pippy. So I need to invest in a slightly more robust pillow. Hi, Connie. Hi, Michelle. Leah's here. Loretta's here. Melissa is here. Yvonne is here. Melinda. Guinea glimpses. Harriet does not like pea flakes. You know, the one thing I'll say about guinea pigs and their tastes is that just like people, don't nibble on his feathers. Here, you don't. Come on, try it. Is that they may change over time. Pippy. Emily says that, Scotty, I took the advice you gave me last time and made liners with U-Haul pads. My boys love them. That's great. The U-Haul pads are nice and thick and pretty absorbent. I buy my fleece and my absorbent layer all at the same place, just at the local Walmart here, because I'm out in a rural area. And we used to have a fabric store, but they shut down. And I don't often have time when I'm in the city to go by the fabric store. So I just use cotton batting, which works great. Those are U-Haul pads, and cotton batting are pretty much what I would recommend, although some people have used other things. And of course, you can find a lot of these materials on Amazon. You definitely want to read the reviews and make sure that you're getting good quality stuff. The word on the street is that there are some not so great quality U-Haul pads on Amazon. It's just like the pet stores. There's good stuff and there's not so good stuff, and it may be virtually impossible to figure out which is which. Okay, I've got to try to not get peed on today. So you know what that probably means? That probably means I need to put like a fleece under this pillow, so when these piggies inevitably pee off of the pillow. Okay. Pippy's has a little sore. Not, I wouldn't quite say it's bumblefoot, but he has one of his pads is starting to get red. And look at those double poops. Gross. So Pippy, we're gonna have to do a soak for you, which he's gonna hate. And then we're going to have to get very diligent with doing some probably triple antibiotic ointment on his foot every day. Every day, Pippy. Okay. I would like to see if you want to try this. Oh, you know what? That fleece is just out of reach. I mean, not fleece, hay. That hay is just out of reach. We got a little bit of hay right here on the floor because this room is such a mess. Look at that. The picky Pippy.
Hi, baby.
Pippy, why are you so antsy right now? Diaper rash ointment for urine scald. Thank you, Leah. That actually sounds like the perfect treatment. If you're watching on your phone and you have it horizontally, it should still show what I'm seeing, right? I would imagine. Okay, I'm going to try to stay up to date on these, on the comments. Oh, Melissa says she's got bales. She's getting bales of hay from Tractor Supply, saving her money. That's good. I wonder what kind of hay you're getting and how the quality is. You know, hay is a seasonal product, or they're harvesting it at different times of the year from different locations, so your mileage may vary. But generally, hay is hay. The one thing that you can trust about a brand is that they're going to give you a good quality, and they try to be consistent. Orchard grass from Tractor Supply. That sounds awesome. We have a local mom and pop feed store here out in the desert, and so, Pippy, you want to go back already? Well, fine. But Pippy, everyone wants to see you. Everyone loves you, Pippy. Okay, before we get into some comments, before I get super behind on the comments and the questions, I want to take a minute to recognize and to congratulate Allentown, Pennsylvania. Somebody shot me a message letting me know that the city of Allentown, Pennsylvania just outlawed the sale of guinea pigs. Yay! Now, hopefully that will be a boon to the rescues. If you live in Pennsylvania, or if you know of any additional rescues in Pennsylvania, there probably will be a slight influx, or hopefully with the ban, people who have thought about guinea pigs will then be going, well, then where can I find guinea pigs? So now's the time to point them in the right direction, to the shelters and to the rescues. Now, I've made videos before about the difference between a shelter and a rescue. Both are very important when it comes to getting piggies that need a home to that right place. So a shelter, they don't necessarily have the specialized care or information, but they are a safe place usually for the animals. But the sooner that they get to a rescue where they can get the proper care, where the people, the potential adopters, can educate them, the better. Cecilia asks if there are any Guinea boar concerts coming up. I do have some music video ideas. I really need to get on that. Yvonne says that guinea pig sales are banned in Queens, which is also great. What's going on, Pippy? All right, I'm going to put Pippy back just because he's being such a crybaby. And I see Bangle over here, and he's already munching on hay. So maybe I can just get him to munch on some hay. Over here with us. What do you think, Bangle? You want to have a hay party with me? Okay. Okay. So, now, Fitz says I got some great screenshots of Pippy. So, those screenshots will be showing up in the chat, the general chat on my Patreon. Look at Bengals bug eyes. If you have not signed up for Patreon, you can do that. There's, I think, even a free access now. I'm not sure if the free access gives you access to the chats, but for even $1, now what Patreon is, for those of you who don't know, is Patreon's a way to support my rescue work on an ongoing basis. It is the majority of my income at this time, and it is the best way for me to be able to continue doing this work, which is what I'm doing full time. You know, for every percentage that I show, there's a lot more that I don't show. I don't show as much at the rescue as I'd like to. I need to start doing more of that. And I don't show every rescue mission I go on because sometimes just the nature of it is not conducive to filming. Here, you want some hay? So check out in a couple hours. The screenshots should be on Patreon. What, BB? You want some lunch? So, okay. So I will continue to try to be updated on the comments today. I fell pretty far behind. Okay, I will give kisses to Pippy later from Melissa and Emily, which I always do. And last week, I did show for a second my illustrated books, and I did get an order that I was able to personalize and send out. So Margaret ordered a book, and I sent that out. So I just wanted to show you guys again. This is a illustrated fairy tale, more of a children's book style. It's called The Princess and the Poop, and it is about exactly what you think it is. It is a guinea pig take on The Princess and the Pea, and it's actually, my piggies live on fleece, and I was cleaning the fleece one day, and I was putting down the fleece pad that goes under the house, and there was a poop on the fleece, a fresh poop, right after I changed the fleece, and I thought, I can't put the fleece pad down over the poop, or my sweet little piggies won't be able to sleep, because they'll feel that lump. And then I thought, oh my gosh, The Princess and the Poop. And when I got the iPad, I wanted to learn how to use it. So I did these drawings and made this story. So you can see The Princess and the Poop. And you look right down there, Queen Irene is slipping that little poop under the fleece pad. Little Prince Leo is climbing up the top of the fleece, hopefully to get a good night kiss. Good luck, Prince Leo. No spoilers. No spoilers. This is one of my favorite pictures that I'm very, very proud of. It's just very cute. very Disney-esque in my mind, very magical. So, yes, and it is based on real piggies, Petunia and Leo. Lunchbox lives in Allentown. So, Lunchbox, maybe you can confirm for us in the weeks to come how this is implemented, what is going to happen to all these guinea pigs that were in the pipeline, because I'm sure the breeders, the sad thing is trying to help these animals, because if you go in and you look at the law and you look, there's a letter of advocation. I don't know if that's a word. They advocated on behalf of the guinea pigs and changing the laws, and they mentioned that all sorts of horrible things were happening to these guinea pigs in these guinea pig breeding mills. And I would hate to think that when the guinea pigs that were waiting to go into the stores are no longer going to go into the store, I would hate to think that something nefarious would happen to them. But long term, this is a really, really great thing. So, all we can hope is that the people who have all of these animals in their hands and in their care will do the right thing by them. I just don't understand how people can act in bad faith against such sweet little creatures like this. They all go through so much. Bangle here I was volunteering at the rescue, and someone brought Bangle and another girl. Bangle, let's look at your nose lump. I think this is coming to a head pretty soon. Bangle was dumped in the side of a building in an apartment complex. So Bangle has probably some kind of a sebaceous cyst right here on his nose, and we're keeping a close eye on it. And if anything, it looks like it's coming to a head. Maybe a warm compress will help get it out, or maybe we will just let the body take care of it. This is not a big deal. Bangle, you're so funny. I love Bangle so much. He's a good cuddler. Kimberly from Reno. Michelle says teabag. And I'm guessing maybe she's saying that works as a good compress. Why you got the bug eyes? Always with the bug eyes. Pippy! I mean, Pippy! I'm starting to turn into my grandma. Calling people by the wrong names. Oh, thank you, Emmy. Emmy says, we love all your piggies. We love all of them. Okay. Oh, I better situate this cuddle sack so that I don't get peed on. It's one thing to be covered in hay. It's another thing to have the pee soaking through. Or I'll be the one that's going to need the diaper rash ointment. Ashley. Hi, Ashley. My guinea doesn't like to be held. He loves to cry. Yes. Still a good idea to hold him for a few minutes, get him used to being held, offer some treats. Piggies is asking about the tea bag compress. I wonder if certain kinds of tea bags would be better than others. Well, I would guess that Green tea would be the best one. Anne says, I have bad news. I have to rehome my boys because of my health. I'm really sorry to hear that, Anne. And that is exactly one of the reasons why rescues should not be overwhelmed by people who surrender their guinea pigs because their kids started soccer practice. Because in real emergencies like this, they need to be able to take the piggies. Use my rescue list. If you still have time to look for a good home, you can list them on Guinea Pig Finder. Bangle, you're being very patient here. Yeah, I need a small pillow to boost this big pillow. Light Being is here. BB, what are you doing? And if you can't find a place, reach out to me and we can, try to figure it out. But I would say that my worldwide rescue list is probably the best option right now. Trying to find a rescue and just being patient because many of them are extremely overwhelmed. But if you can find someone in your personal network, friends or family, that would be able to take care of them, then that's a really good option as well. Blasphemous Music says, hey, never owned a guinea pig. Never. Oh, sorry. Let me start that over. Hey, newer pig owner, but I've done a ton of research and it's going well. What houses inside a pen do you suggest? All of those blue houses because lack of stored here. All I have is those blue houses because lack of stores here. Well, Blasphemous, where are you located? I'm sure that you have access to Amazon. Is there anywhere in the world where Amazon doesn't exist? Amanda, thank you for the super chat. Your long-time continued support is, I'm very grateful for it, and it means the world to me. So let's talk about guinea pig houses. There are so many options. I love the Fiddlesticks Tunnel because depending on the size of the house, the Fiddlesticks Tunnel provides a sense of security, but it also doesn't enclose or block the flow of guinea pigs that want to run. In a pinch, you can make something out of a cardboard box. You just rip the flaps off and cut little doorways out of all the sides. 2, 3, 4. You can have a doorway in every side. If your guinea pig lives alone, then that is your first challenge, is finding a friend for your guinea pig. I really hope that you'll read through my free guinea pig care guide. I list different houses that I like. The guinea pig care guide is split up into 5 sections, and in each section I give all the advice for a new guinea pig owner, as well as links. The illness section is still under construction because some of those links no longer work thanks to changes in Amazon's policies, but all the information is still there. So the first section would be bonding, cage mates, rules, and things to think about when finding a friend, and why it's so important to have a friend for your piggy, even if it's just side-by-side buddies. That makes a big difference to their well-being. The second section is a taming section, handling, and how to pick them up. Is that right? No, the second section is cage setup. So how to set up their cage, the type of cage and dimensions that we prefer, and things to put in your cage. recommendations on water bottles, houses, and hay racks and that kind of thing. Third section is actually the diet section. There's the LA Guinea Pig Rescue veggie list is on there, as well as recommendations for pellets and stuff about hay, even a little bit about allergies. Patches, leave him alone. You see that? Then the fourth section is the taming section, about how to pick up your piggies, how to give them a bath, nail clips, that kind of thing, health checks. Anything that involves interacting with your pigs is in the taming section. How to get them to, how to build trust with them, all that stuff. And the final section is common illnesses, what to look out for, and how to treat. Many common illnesses don't require a vet, many do, but there's a lot of things that you can do at home, and setting up an emergency kit is very important. So there's information about that. Definitely recommend reading through the care guide, checking out those links, starting to build the emergency kit. Many of those links are affiliate links that help me raise funds for supplies, for gas, for my volunteering and rescue efforts. But an interesting thing to note is that my cost of living out here in the desert is so much more reduced than it was living in the city in Los Angeles, that even driving back and forth several times with a week with the price of gas the way it is, still saving hundreds, maybe even $1,000 a month in expenses. So being out here under the stars with all of the wild desert animals is not only just incredibly peaceful, but it's actually what allows me to be able to do this full time. So that allows me to spend time each day answering emails, making videos, and doing the multitude of cage cleanings that have to be done every day. You can see that we got tons of cages, most of them in various stages of clean or dirty. This cage was cleaned yesterday, believe it or not. And look, there is the unflippable Piggy's Choice bowl flipped. And I probably blame this guy right there. So, okay. Fitz is giving a recommendation for what's a good type of house. I always suggest the Piggy's Choice Space House or Fleece Forest Tunnels are great. The Fiddlesticks Tunnels. Piggity's recommends Corner Fleece Forests and the LA Guinea Pig Rescue Corner House. Yes, I like the Corner House. There is the Corner House, and there's also the Corner House that has the swappable top with the magnetic base. Those work okay. Unfortunately, the magnets are not as strong as I personally would like. But what it does mean is you can mix and match. And if you just have one that you really like, you could easily put a little bit of glue on there to hold it down a little bit more. I just wish those magnets were just a little stronger, in my opinion. Yes, Leah Fitz also says cardboard boxes make a great hide, and they double as a chew toy. Yes, okay, so Blasphemous, if you've got access to Amazon, I would actually suggest that for the most part, unless there's a really good pet supply store that's not selling animals, shrimp, if you can plan ahead and order things online, you'll, in a lot of cases, save a lot of money, and you're not contributing to places that sell animals. But, that's the thing. In a pinch, Petco, PetSmart, those places can save you. But I tell these guys all the time, whenever I go into Petco, I'm like, if you guys stop selling animals today, your reputation in the pet community would just instantly go up. You know, we don't have anything against Petco. It's just the way that they present the care for animals and the way that they treat their animals. And there, you know, there is a little bit of the fact that, like, in a sea of products, it's hard to know which ones are right. But, you know, that's where we come in, and hopefully people will take the time to do a little research. Layla says, does anyone have other pets that go for the hay? Her cats like their hay. I can see how cats like hay. Obviously, rabbits like hay. I think in small amounts, maybe hamsters and other rodents might like hay. Hamsters like more like seeds, sprays, and things like that. So yeah, you know, cats are notorious for eating grass. What they call cat grass at the pet stores is actually wheat grass, and Timothy and Orchard are grass hays. So it's what happens when grass is allowed to grow tall, which is why pretty much any grass that you have, as long as it hasn't been sprayed with chemicals, should be safe for guinea pigs, because guinea pigs need grass hay. Right, BB? You let me know when you're ready for lunch. Okay, let's try to catch up. You getting mad? Why are you getting so mad? Layla has a night angel and a tree trunk hide, as well as 2 condos that attach to the side. Now, I've only really seen night angel stuff for hamsters, but they are a very thoughtful company. So Joy's here, and Joy says, great to see you and BB. What is this series called again? Care Guide. That's Xieren, Xieren, Xieren maybe. That is the free guinea pig care guide on my website, scottysanimals.com. It's good to see you, possibly a new subscriber, a new viewer. The links and in the description and at the end of all my videos can take you to my website. My website also is the social media hub where you can see my Instagram posts. My Instagram and Facebook often post the same thing. And there's also links to every latest YouTube video on my website, as well as links to my Patreon and my Etsy shop. And then, of course, the care guide, the worldwide vet list, and the worldwide rescue list is all there. What else is there? There are links to some books. I need to update it because there is a link to the Princess and the Poop book, but I need to update my website. You can actually also get my coloring book there. But the new book, not so new these days. Actually, we're coming up close to a year that this has been out, and many people have gotten it. I've gotten some pretty good feedback about this book. This was a labor of love, and I had so much fun drawing it, so much so that I'm going to begin drawing the second book in the series very soon. Very soon. So if you want to get a copy, they are on Amazon, but you can also order one off of my Etsy shop, and I will personalize this page right here for you. Any way that you want it, I will personalize it. So let's look at some. This is the hardcover. Really, really, really nice quality. Um, the hardcover, don't you chew it. I can't sell it if you chew it. And this is not a slim book by any means. There's over 100 pages of full color artwork. The quality of the book is really well done. This guy's teeth right here. Um, and I had, as much as I love the artwork, which I am very proud of, I'm actually even more proud of the story. And um, don't, Bangle, look at those kids. We get those kids at the rescue all the time. Guinea pigs. Hey, no chewing. And then this bird, it's like a pink version of BB, but he's actually a Major Mitchell's cockatoo. And then that's the owner of the pet store, and his daughter Melissa, Mr. Batelli. There's a little bit more information about, or fleshing out of the characters. There's Maria, who is the femme fatale of the story, and that's Geo, who's the main Piggy, the narrator, if you will. And this is the pet shop that they live in. By no means are they getting the best care, but it kind of harkens back to the way guinea pigs were sort of presented and treated when I was a kid, and how they still are presented and treated in many pet shops, where the people mean well, but for some reason they just are not learning about proper care, and they pass that ignorance on to their customers. So it's a story about a group of pet shop animals that try to stay together and not get bought by some of the horrible customers that come in there. So I really hope you guys will check it out. Okay. Wow. So Blasphemous Music says that they got the piggy that was dropped off because a teen didn't want to take care of it, but they got the piggy a friend. That's really good. Um, yes, Anne, you can message me. Please never hesitate to message me. Yes. Um, Layla says, I was shocked that my guinea pig's hay poke healed so well. Treatment guidance on YouTube is so helpful. Yes, if you're able to, if you have the terramycin ointment, there are other antibiotic eye drops that can work, but the terramycin ointment can absolutely save your piggy's eye. Even without it, in many cases, piggy's eyes can heal very well, but the terramycin can prevent some of that permanent scarring and keep it lubricated, because in serious trauma, guinea pig's eyes can pop out and it can be very bad. Here, just relax, but stay in view. Okay. Yes, if we can all collectively send Anne some well wishes and healing vibes, and wish her comfort. And it's no fun dealing with health challenges, and so please reach out to me if you need to. Kimberly says, you found your niche in life, Scotty. Fortunate man. Well, I have been very lucky to be able to find the guinea pig rescue, to volunteer there, and then to be able to share what I have learned over all these years. And it's the confluence of my interest and care for animals in that experience, as well as a little bit of my, I'd say at this point, pretty much anybody can make videos and put them online, and they don't have to be that sophisticated to make an impact. Um, but it doesn't hurt that I majored in video in college. And I definitely do, in some ways, not take for granted, but all of the videos that I edited over many, many years definitely gave me the experience to hit the ground running when it came to editing YouTube videos. So, show of hands, do your guinea pigs lick you? I have some licky pigs myself. Molly licks sometime. Now, and if you're okay with these health questions, it's only because people here are caring and concerned. But, you know, I think let's respect Anne's boundaries if she doesn't want to talk about it either, because it can be very, very taxing. Ron asks, am I blocked? The answer is yes, you are blocked because you were being a very bad boy. No, no, you're not blocked. I can see your comments. Okay, how far behind am I? Oh my God, I'm so far behind. Okay. Well, if I missed your question, then please put it back. Layla asks, I bought the big bottle of vitamin C that was recommended, but it didn't have a dropper. Can I just use a random dropper? Welcome to the guinea pig world. We use 1 milliliter oral syringes. I suggest that you have a bunch of those on hand. You could probably get one for free from your pharmacy or your vet. Sure, they'll give you one. 1 milliliter. Pull that up. You hear that? That is going to be 50 milligrams of vitamin C. So use a 1 milliliter syringe, not a dropper. The reason why they don't use a dropper is because for kids, well, I don't know what they expect parents to do. Maybe they just pour it into the cap, or a little shot glass. I don't know. Boom, get your vitamin C. But for kids, the dose would be 5 milliliters is one dose. For piggies, it's 1 milliliter is 50 milligrams of vitamin C. And there's 118 milliliters in that bottle. So you can see you've got about 118 doses, assuming you don't spill it. So that's why. Haley just wanted to say hello. No, it's not silly, Layla. It's a perfectly legitimate question, and obviously Fitz already answered it because I'm probably behind. Let's see. I'm behind by, what time is it? 10 minutes now. Ugh. Now, Michelle is asking how often she should put the antifungal cream on Harriet. Now, I would say we are always hypochondriacs, but if there's no active ringworm, I wouldn't worry about it, really. And in my personal experience, a good 5-minute soak with antifungal shampoo is really what gets that ringworm or fungus in check. But if that was just a rash, then it's something else. It's hard to say. But yes, once or twice a day for any antifungal shampoo, and I would even mix it with a little water in your hand, so it's a very, very thin film. Okay, Yvonne says, asks, do you have any suggestions on starting a garden? I want to plant vegetables at home. I live in a building, so I have windowsills. Boom. Yvonne, check out my video. Google it, called Guinea Pig Garden, and you will see suggestions on how to grow sprouts on a windowsill. And in fact, you can actually grow sprouts in a cupboard first. Sprouts do very well in the dark, and then on the last day or so, or last couple hours before you harvest them, you can put them in the sun to get some of that green happening. But sprouts will grow really well in the dark so that they can reach for the light that they can't find, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to plug the phone in now. Keep us charging, keep us going. Okay. ASHP, Ash, says, your channel taught me so much about guinea pig care. Thank you so much. You are very welcome. Back to the skinny pig fungus thing. Do I need to do another bath treatment? My general rule of thumb with fungal, whether it's a ringworm or anything like that, is if there's really bad ringworm, you do a bath every 3 days. Or you do a bath, 3 days later, do another bath, a week later, do another bath. And in between those times, you're doing the cream. But if you're not seeing active ringworm, I would think that in a lot of ways, skinny pigs, they may be more susceptible to rashes and things like that. They're going to heal from ringworm because there isn't the fur in the areas that's like making it difficult to apply that cream. But I don't know. Haley says, your books are so good, Scotty. Can't wait for the next one. Thank you, Haley. Yes, okay. Mary. Mary has been a member for 10 months. Thank you so much. Boom. And then right below that, a super chat from Mary. Mary, bless your heart, my friend. Thank you, thank you. And that was her third super chat. I like this, that it's telling me how many super chats people have done. It just makes me feel even more grateful. Piggy asks, do I self-publish or go through a publishing company? At this point, they are self-published. They still have the barcode and everything. I made them through Amazon KDP, and I recommend anybody who wants to make a book. The print quality, especially of these hardbacks, it's beyond what I could have expected. It really, really, really is. No spoilers. I've always wondered about this sequence. It's a little adult because Mr. Bertelli is revealing his broken heart and the bad situation with his divorce. And it's like right out of the gate, we're getting into some somewhat adult themes. But I don't know. Light Being says, looks like a fun book. Not many fictional books about guinea pigs. No, you can find some, but it really incorporates a lot of the anecdotes from the rescue world. Fifth says that she was just rereading that book last night and love it so much. Yeah, it is always fun for me to reread it. I get lost in I think the first time you read it, maybe you're focusing more on the words and the story, and then the second time you can absorb the art, and then more times you read it, the more little Easter eggs and little details that you didn't notice before. What I found so fascinating about illustration is that you're totally fooled. Like, these are really just scratchings on a piece of paper or, in my iPad, and it was all hand drawn. But it creates the illusion of a three-dimensional space inside the cages. There are glass aquariums next to other aquariums, so you're seeing through levels of glass, and it's all just drawing techniques, but it really gives the impression of characters with personalities and physical materials, and I fall for it myself. I end up getting caught up in the story. BB, he just pooped on me. So, do I have any shirts or mugs with the characters from the book? Not yet, but it is something that I need to do. Um, uh, but yes, I could probably put this on a T-shirt or a mug at first. But definitely something that needs to be done. I also wanted to make a Princess and the Poop T-shirt. There is a drawing that I made that's not in the book that I want to turn into a T-shirt. I got so many things that I have on the back burner. BB, you want your lunch? Okay. I'm trying to catch up here. It was inevitable that I would get far behind. Okay, we're all talking about pigs that lick. Yes, with Child Life Liquid Vitamin C, it does not come with any measuring cup that I'm aware of. Ron asks, is humping normal? And that allows me to evoke one of Saskia's most famous quotes that I've ever heard, or definitely one of the funniest. By the way, Bangle is just over here napping. Oh, Bangle, I love you. Here. Don't get this in your eye. Yeah, you're sitting on it. Here. Saskia said, humping is how guinea pigs shake hands. Your back is itchy? Is that sensitive back there? Okay, I won't do that. Maybe you need an antifungal bath. It seems to be that if you touch your piggies back here and they start squirming, that might be the early stages of some itchiness back there. Which is why I think you can't go wrong with an antifungal soak every couple months. But most likely not necessary. But definitely, if you see any itchy issues. Okay, so yes, humping behavior is normal. It can cause issues. Piggies could not like it. It's good to know that every question that's being asked before I finally get around to it, Leah has answered it. So thank you, Fitz. And it'll also be very interesting to see if we are in alignment. Blasphemous asks, are there any other types of greens I could try? Well, if you check on the diet section of my care guide, there's a number of greens that we recommend. Of course, romaine lettuce, parsley, cilantro, red leaf lettuce, green leaf lettuce. And if we're talking about generic greens, like all green vegetables, celery, cucumber, kale in moderation, green pepper, of course. Those are, and then sprouts. So sunflower sprouts, broccoli sprouts are okay for piggies. Pretty much anything that sprouts is going to be good because it's very leafy, packed with nutrients. They're little. Sprouts are just jam-packed with nutrition, and it makes sense because all of those vitamins are in the seed for that growing seedling to take advantage of. Okay. Michelle, send me a picture of that on her ear. Is it true that you can use Head and Shoulders for guinea pigs with fungus? I read very mixed reviews about it. Well, Delta, I can tell you after many, many, many years of using it personally for myself, I'm handling guinea pigs all the time at the rescue. Many with ringworm, I don't even worry about it. I go home and I use Head and Shoulders like a body wash, and I don't get ringworm. Um, but it is safe for piggies. You're not bathing your piggies every day. You're just giving them, if they show signs of fungus, giving them a 5-minute soak in Head and Shoulders can really uh, start the initial cure. You do want to follow up, like we've been talking about, with antifungal athlete's foot cream, but I think it's those soaks. I do one soak, 3 days later do another soak, and then a week later do a third soak. That with the antifungal cream usually cures it. So, but the main ingredient is pyrithione zinc. That's the ingredient that makes Head and Shoulders antifungal. There are a number of much more expensive shampoos that you can get. Davis Myconazole shampoo. There's a number of antifungal pet shampoos, even some designed specifically for guinea pigs. Many of them cost 10, 20, 30 times more than Head and Shoulders. You can get generic Head and Shoulders at I've seen it at Dollar Tree. So Piggy's is reaffirming the quality of Amazon KDP self-publishing. So we've got like this many topics, and we're sort of bing, 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 back and forth on these topics as the comments come up. Yep. Okay, I'm trying to catch up. I am 8 minutes behind. Is there a dinosaur on my shoulder? Says Dancing with Trees. Yes, there is a dinosaur on my shoulder. It's a mini raptor. Come on up. Look at this raptor. Bangle, who's this? Is this your friend? Be nice to him. And you be nice to him too. BB. Go, BB, go, BB, go, BB, go. You don't feel like dancing? You're not in a dancing mood, are you? I don't know. Andy's wondering if he's seeing everything at the right time. Do I customize t-shirts? I could draw people's guinea pigs on their shirts. Well, luckily there's plenty of websites that will do that for you, where you can just send in a picture and put it on any shirt that you want. Guinea Pig Pros is saying I should put the book characters on socks. Interesting. I have found that most of the sock printing quality is not that great, and when you stretch the socks, you see like the white where the print didn't make it. Here, BB, you can have your lunch. There you go. BB, what are you eating for lunch? Let's see. Wow, BB. I put those strawberries in, but they'll probably end up drying up and making little strawberry granola. So we've got carrots and broccoli and seeds and different color pellets and strawberry. So yes, as soon as I finish this live stream, I've got to go try to get an oil change because I may be going on a rescue mission tomorrow, and time will be of the essence. Okay. There should also be a timeline when you're watching a live stream, and if you slide it, then you can get to the end. But yes, refreshing will probably be the easiest. Okay. When it comes to looking at weeds and things that are growing in your yard, these plant identification apps are often very good if the weed itself has a very specific leaf or flower. And you can also Google like what kinds of grasses and weeds grow in your area, and that might help you identify it. Okay. Blasphemous Music says, do you still volunteer at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue? Somebody was mentioning that in Patreon earlier. And yes, every Wednesday I volunteer. I facilitate adoptions. I chop veggies and feed the piggies. I do health checks, and I help administer medication. I facilitate boarding, intake, and outtake. I give guinea pig baths. I'm mainly there to do adoptions, but if there isn't an adoption or before and after adoptions, I'll do whatever is needed. I set up a whole bunch of foster cages the other week at the end of the day. And yeah, I just do everything that needs to be done. Yep, Bangle's chilling. Bangle is just chilling under here. Oh, you peed, didn't you? And thank God this cuddle sack prevented me from getting soaked. Okay. Google Lens. That's a good hack. Ooh, have I caught up? Look at that. Blasphemous. I wasn't ever planning on having a guinea pig, but I'm glad I found the Guinea Pig Rescue and Scott's videos. I would have no clue what to do. That's awesome. Are you grumpy? You grumpy now? You want one of these? You want to try the papaya? Nobody has liked the papaya. Smell it. You do not know what you're missing. If I had this papaya and I was stuck in traffic, I would eat it all. And in honor of Allentown, I'm wearing my Don't Shop, Adopt t-shirt today. This is on my Etsy shop. I recommend getting it in the heather. I think this is dark heather. The heather material is very soft. You want to go home, Bangle? You're just going to go nap there. Okay, so let's see. So a friend of mine ordered hay from Amazon, and it was small pet select hay though, and there were some weird things in it when I did a reverse Google image. Well, especially in the springtime, other grasses can mix into your hay. Like I'm looking at this piece right here. This little purple seedy thing. This could be orchard. This could be what orchard grass seeds look like, or it could just be something else. Here, you want to try it? I'm sure it's safe. What? You can't bribe me. Here. And that's me. You getting antsy? Ow! Yeah, Bangle, you're going to need a bath because when I touch you back here, he's like bucking like a bronco. And that's like the first stage of being itchy. Okay. Okay, Bangle. Let's let you go. You know who we should get? You know who we should get right now? We should get Toby. Let's get Toby, but first we'll flip it on BB. Flip it around. Keep eating, BB. Keep eating. Look at that delicious breakfast he's got. Here you go, come here. Here, look. You got a millet. Here. Okay, I will be right back. I'm going to grab Toby. Toby Poop Kenobi. That's his name, Toby Poop Kenobi. Toby's in the other room. Toby, you are not easy to catch. Okay. Okay. BB, were you answering questions? Were you eating? You were just standing there? Okay. We got Toby in a cuddle sack. There he is. Hi, Toby. Hi, Toby. Oh, you smell it? You smell all that funky stuff? Yes, you do. Okay. Now BB's eating. Was BB in frame eating? Look at that. That'd be a good screenshot right there. BB. Look how sharp his beak is right now. He's spoiled, but he's earned it. He's an old man. Here. You smell, huh? You smell all the funkies? Okay, let's see. Let's try to catch up on the texts again. You can have that one. You can have both of these. Here. You smell all the pee, huh? Oh, Leia's got to go. Sorry, Leia. Thanks for participating. What? Ooh, you're flaring your butt. Why are you so stinky? Toby. You're such a bad boy. Toby, focus. Blasphemous. Tractor Supply is really good. You're probably not going to be able to buy it directly from a farm. Maybe you can where you are. But generally, the feed store is going to be a good option. But maybe there's a farmer near you that will sell it in a single bale. I think for most farmers, their work is hard enough to have to sell their hay by the bale. Is going to just be a lot of extra work. Here, look. Why don't you want to eat facing the camera? Yeah. Come on. Did you hear that? Did you hear BB? BB. Oh, do the wings again. BB, do the wings. BB has all these feathers coming in, like all these tail feathers. Why are you being weird? Just focus. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Relax, you're safe. Toby, look how smart you look. He's like, man, you're blind. Not really. They're just for reading. Okay. Everyone's talking about hay quality. In my experience, hay is hay. What happens to be, regards to quality, is usually how old the hay is, whether it's been out in the sun or exposed to air, that kind of thing. But when you buy it by the bale, generally the outer layers are going to be a little more exposed, and all that hay inside is like really fresh. Okay. Maria's in the house. Hey, Maria. Guinea Cat says, hey, Scotty, my pig Charlie pees on me every lap time. I only have her there for a few minutes when she does it. Advice? Yeah, wear a raincoat. you can see that I've got this fleece here, and then, if I put him in. Ow! You didn't like that. I'll put him in here. Why can't you just stay in there? So if he pees, I don't get. I'm trying to tame you. He was a wild beast. Out in the wild. Yeah, see. Look at him. He's got those kind of eyes that, like, whether there's light or no light, they just glow. What a rambunctious kid. There's nowhere to go, Toby. 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 Here, you get back in there. But seriously, you're not going to stop them from peeing. You don't want to stop them from peeing. Piggies pee more or less, depending on the pig and depending on the diet. As long as they're eating 80% hay, then some piggies, if they get more wet veggies, they will drink less. I don't know. I'm not a vet, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. I would just protect yourself. Toby has the cutest ears. They're kind of little compared to like other piggies who have like big floppy ears. You got little short wild ears. Toby's at that young age where like he's rambunctious and I can be a little bit more, I don't want to use the word rough, but I can like, he's wild and I have to, people say, oh, my piggies hate being held, so I don't hold them. No, you've got to hold them and you've got to tickle them and you've got to annoy them so that their threshold for being handled is raised. That's my personal opinion. If I just treat him like, oh, Toby, I'm sorry, then he's just going to stay wild and he's not going to like being handled. But if I hold him and I say, no, Toby, you have to get used to this. You have to get used to being held. And of course, with love and compassion is how I'm holding him. And I care about his best interests and I would never hurt him. But if I, he's got all these cookies. What'd you do with your cookies? He's got a cookie here. Come on. Look at this juicy pea flake on that cookie. Yeah. I'm holding it for you so that you can get a good bite. There you go. There you go. So that's my philosophy. Guinea pigs do not like wearing glasses. But boy, does it make him look smart and handsome. Yes, a cage liner is... You know what I should make? You know what would be hilarious? What about a jumpsuit? What about a shirt and pants? I think somebody mentioned last week making me a guinea pig liner snuggie. So it's just like a big smock that's made out of guinea pig pea liner. Yeah, that's what I need. Or at least an apron. Toby is spunky. Delta says her piggy just lets it all go without warning. Usually piggies will squirm and look restless first, but some piggies don't care. Yes, so having the lap pad that has the waterproof side, that's a good use for it. I don't like them in the cage because I actually like layering up the pee pads. That's all. Look at, you had like 2 bites. Squirmy. Squirmy. Oh man, look at these nails. If you don't like being held, guess what? We're going to do your nails later. Oh yeah, look at these claws. Look at these claws. It's time. That means he's growing up. His nails are actually starting to grow long enough that I can trim them. I probably had to trim them once or twice before. Let me see these back feet. Let me see these back feet. Yeah. Could this be your first nail trim? Probably second. Good night, Amanda. Let's get you some shades, Toby. Okay. How close am I? M79E says, hi, Scotty. Hello. Okay. How old is Toby? I would have to pull up the old live stream when I rescued him because he was tiny then. He was probably 8 to 10 weeks old then. So I'm guessing he's probably about 8 months old. Toby! Toby! I love you, Toby! He's like, yeah, well, I don't love you. I saved you, Toby, and I healed you. Ow! I helped heal you. Gus, you be nice to him. Gus and Micah have a tentative arrangement over here. You can sort of see. Let me go up a little higher. Micah's over here chilling on the loft, and Gus is trying to figure out how to infiltrate. BB! BB, you're really going to town on that thing. Hi, Bangle. Ron is back, and he says that I blocked him. Ron, I had to block you because you were just being so out of control. I'm not so sure how Ron could post a comment saying that I blocked him if I blocked him. It's a paradox. Ew, look at that gross flared butt. Gross. Gross. BB, what are we going to do with these stinky piggies? Toby, you're growing up. You're growing up, Toby. Mama Tato, Cindy says, I have blended and dehydrated some cookies made of hay and leftover veggies. How often can I feed them? I think you could feed them almost as much as you want because they're dried. And if they're mostly hay, then you're just feeding hay in a different form. And if they're dried, it's not like a ton of wet veggies. So the veggies are just adding extra vitamins and minerals. What do you guys think? I think you could pretty much, you don't want to give them constantly or they might lose their special appeal. But I don't think you'd have to worry about, oh, I've given them too much. Toby. You want me to get Pongo and you can mess with Pongo? What's this? What's this on you? Delta asks about Gus escaping videos. Gus managed to break into Grape and Patch's cage last week. What was this? What do I feel? I felt like a little scratch. Maybe you need another bath too. We're going to have to do springtime baths for all the dirty piggies. So I am not blocked. Why do you think you're blocked, Ron? I'm seeing all of your questions, I think. You wouldn't be able to type if you were blocked, Cassandra. Guinea Pig Adventures in the house. I missed it. There he is. Okay. Lakia Tripert. Hello, I need advice on how to ensure my piggies go to good homes. What does that mean? Does that mean you're breeding? Well, an easy problem to solve would be don't breed your guinea pigs. Because the way you're saying ensure my piggies go to good homes makes me think that it's not that you're giving your personal piggies up for adoption. But if that's the case, you can post them on Guinea Pig Finder. But I will say, so maybe we just need a little more clarification, but I will say, if you're breeding, please don't. There are so many piggies in shelters that there are piggies that are being put to sleep every day because of lack of space in some cities. And people who think that they can make money by breeding guinea pigs, it's like, I don't know how you can make money when there are guinea pigs being dumped everywhere. This half of Toby smells good. This other half, not so good. It smells like a funky, wet gym suit. You smell like a funky, wet gym suit in a junior high. I'm sorry, Toby. You're still a good kid. How often can my guinea pigs have pea flakes? I would say a few pea flakes a day would be okay. If your piggies are older or underweight, then you can give more. I wouldn't worry about your guinea pigs getting too fat. But let's talk about this. If you're giving your pea flakes to your guinea pigs because you want to spoil them, there are so many other treats that you can give that spoil them, like hay-based cookies like these healthy snackers, like foraging mix. Herbal foraging blends are a really great treat to give to your piggies because you mix it in their hay. It makes their hay more interesting and flavorful and aromatic. Mama Tato is having fun with the dehydrator. That's very exciting. Try to make granola for yourself and fruit roll-ups. And a food dehydrator is amazing. You want some more hay? Look, this piece of hay has a feather in it. BB. Okay. Cassandra says, guinea pig noises are a very fancy language. Yes. BB, don't chew on the camera. Here, you come here. I have a video called How to Speak Guinea Pig. It's a couple years old by now. Okay. So in about 30 minutes, we're going to try to wrap this live up so that I can make it to the oil changing place. I saw a question. So does oat hay make Harriet feel more full? oat hay that has the oats on it can be very fattening, which is good for underweight piggies, or maybe piggies that just got adopted that they want to put on their weight, or growing piggies. Um, Grass hay is preferred, but um, a little variety of hay, like the hays that come in the Small Pet Select hay sampler. Um, if she likes the oat hay, then I would let her have some in moderation. But piggies should have unlimited grass hay like Timothy or orchard grass. Wow, BB, pretty wings. Yes, when Gus jumps into the other cages, he chases piggies. Suzanne says, one of my piggies has a hay poke. How should I treat it? Well, I know this can be a frightening experience. So I don't want to make it even more upsetting. But if you are prepared with terramycin ointment in your emergency kit, I would use that. If you have saline solution, you could flush the eye out to make sure there isn't any hay stuck in it. But that's my only solution is terramycin ointment. And depending on where you live, you may or may not be able to get it. So that's why being prepared for a hay poke in advance is crucial. Other than that, it should heal on its own in a couple days. If it doesn't, right after the hay poke, around the eye might be red, then the lens might go cloudy. If it doesn't start to show improvement in about 24 to 48 hours, then I would definitely go to the vet. They'll probably be able to give you some stronger antibiotic drops. But terramycin ointment can, it's an expensive $20 purchase, but it can save you $100 from having to go to the vet. So, you hear that? How often do piggies need a bath? When they're dirty. When they're dirty or when they're itchy. Guinea Pig Adventures. I was able to get some free pigs because a family was moving out and couldn't take them. Well, thank you for stepping up and taking good care of them. If you are unable to take care of them in addition to all the piggies that you already have, you could list them on Guinea Pig Finder, and that would be an interesting exercise. In the last day and a half, there have been multiple guinea pigs dumped in LA. Oh, thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. Michelle mixes the oat hay with the other hay. I personally don't give my guinea pigs oat hay. I have given it to them in the past. But it's not something I give my pigs regularly. Guinea Pig Talks. Guinea Pig Talks, what time zone are you in? And you know what? Maybe you haven't hit the bell notification on my YouTube channel. That plays a big part. Okay, Piggy about the hay poke says, make sure you get all the hay out of the eye. They like to hide under the eyelids and in the corners of the eyes. Then apply terramycin. Boom. Suzanne became a member. Thank you. And look, she's got the guinea pig emoji right there. I really don't want to get peed on. Cassandra says, do you ever take baths with the guinea pigs? I don't usually take baths with the guinea pigs because I like to bathe them in a little plastic shoebox, but that could be very romantic. right? We take a bath, we light some candles. What do you think, Toby? What do you think? Huh? We'll light some candles, we'll burn some incense, we'll put on some avocado masks. What do you think? Look at that uneven tooth. Here. How much longer will the live be? I think maybe we'll do 30 more minutes. 25 more minutes from now. Maria is sewing. Maria, are you going to post what you've sewn on your Instagram so we can check it out? Ascolta-san says, I have a 6-year-old boy who had his first ever bath a few weeks ago. I think he enjoyed it. I think the trick to a guinea pig enjoying a bath or tolerating it or not has to do with whether or not the temperature is right. If it's too hot or too cold, they don't seem to like it. But if you get it just that perfect bath water, and in the winter, I think they like it a little warmer, and in the summer, a little cooler, right? Which makes sense. Okay, we're going to flip this because I think you peed on this. Yes. Well, overall, you're being a good sport. His skin was very flaky and greasy. After his antifungal bath, he was less grumpy. Guinea Pig Talks is Eastern. So in the past, I've done a lot of live streams starting at like 11 or noon, but I thought I would do it a little later because then for the East Coast, it's like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. People are out of work on a Friday. But, you know, I'm open to suggestions. So if there's a time. Do you see yourself? You see yourself? Look at that. Who's this pig? Who's that? Who is that? What is on your nose, dude? You're so dirty. Oh, did you hear that? That was my tummy. It's almost time for a smoothie. Okay. Marissa says, I've been having issues with the hay from Small Pet Select. Well, you know what? Email their customer service. I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't send you another batch. Again, it's a seasonal thing, so certain times of the year might be more susceptible to different quality. And it's a natural product too, right? And it's like the way it's harvested. But let them know, because that's the thing about Small Pet Select is they're a small company. You should be able to reach out to them. You should be able to give them feedback, and you should be able to. They should have really good customer service, and they pride themselves on really good quality. So I hope you'll do that, and I hope you'll report back, letting us know what they said. Did they solve your problem? Snickers and Scarlet is here, are here. Oh yeah, that's right. BB, wow, pretty wings, BB. BB up. BB up. Come here. There he goes. Relax. Hey. BB, relax. You want to come up? You want to come up? What do you want? Okay. Michelle's advice about a bath is constant temperature, soothing talking, having everything ready at the bath. Yeah, so you're not like reaching. Maria makes liners, tunnels, dog and cat beds, and also she also makes them to take them to the shelters. That is so kind. It's 11:40 in England right now. Harry Potter, it's past your bedtime. Harry Potter doesn't have a bedtime anymore because he's like 35. Man, I could go for a Harry Potter movie marathon right about now. I got way too much work to do, but we could put that on the list. Harry Potter movie marathon. Okay. Good things about hay from Chewy. Maria is in the military, and so for her it is 2040. Maria is in South America, so 2040. Let's see. So that is what? 8 o'clock. So that means she is 4 hours ahead of us. So that's like a whole separate time zone. Oh, you know what? 4 hours ahead. We're on daylight savings time. I'm very confused. It is 6:40 here in Tennessee. Drew's in the house. Sprocket and Iris say hello. Hello, Drew. Hello, Sprocket and Iris. Yeah, spring is springing out here in the desert. There's another super bloom. Maybe I need to do a super bloom desert adventure. 5:40 in Colorado. What is that, mountain time? Pippy. Those are mine. Okay, it's 4:41 and it's 4:43, so I'm 2 minutes behind. What am I having for dinner? That is a very good question. I've got a big salad with garbanzo beans, maybe some tofu. I also have some soy rizo and tortillas that I could make. And I've got a whole bunch of non-dairy cheese. I could make like some epic tacos and a salad. Yeah, I just keep my fridge and pantry stocked, and then I can sort of figure out whatever I want. Spot, I made a video probably 2020, probably in the spring. I think it was 2020, maybe it was 2021, but I think it was spring after we'd been cooped up in the house during the pandemic for a couple months. And I made a springtime adventure. So if you searched Scotty's Animal Springtime Adventure, that was a pretty fun video, I think. Maria says, oh my God, a Potterhead. A Potterhead. A Potterhead. Oh, did I scare you, Toby? Potterhead. Toby, you're so jumpy. After all this time, you're so jumpy, I don't know why. You live the life. Broccoli quinoa tabbouleh with tahini herb dressing. Man, that sounds amazing. Some pita to wrap it in, and you need a delivery system, some carb-based delivery system. Cassandra's got to go. Good night. She says, good night. God bless. What helps you manage your time? I make a to-do list every day, and then the next day I take half of those items that I was supposed to get done and I put them on the new to-do list. Um, oh my gosh, Maria says that would be so cool with popcorn. Maria's all talking about a girl dinner up in here. 8:40 p.m. time for a girl dinner. So, I hope everybody has a good weekend. I'm waiting to hear back on whether or not I'm going to end up having to go on a rabbit transport adventure. Well, when I say adventure, it's just like sitting in the car for 12 hours. Rice and beans. You guys are making me hungry. Bacalao in sauce and avocado. Toby. Toby has a little dandruff, which is normal. What? Where's your cookies, Toby? Here's one. Man, you guys are making me hungry. Yes, I may have to transport a rabbit someplace safe in a couple days. Because it seems like no one else is stepping up. Somebody nicely tagged me in a post about a rabbit that desperately needs to get to Northern California. So, homemade chicken Alfredo. That sounds good. I like my chicken with an apostrophe. I like my chick-en with an apostrophe. How many miles does my car have? Yeah, my car is a 2021 and it has 108,000 miles on it. Your mother says, hello from Colorado, Scott. I love the shirts on Etsy. I love the shirts I got on Etsy. Thank you. And if there's ever any issues with them, now that you've gotten one successfully, you know your size. Pretty much all the sizes should be the same. But if there's ever any print quality issues, and I would say less than 1 out of 1,000 have ever had any issues, but sometimes they do. Please let me know, and I will make sure to make it right. Man, you guys are doing this on purpose, trying to get me hungry. You know what would be good? Nachos and popcorn and pretzels and beer and a Harry Potter marathon. I'm old enough to drink beer. I think a Harry Potter marathon at this point would take more than a day. Your mother, what shirts did you get? It probably when I get an order from my Etsy shop, I get an email about it, but it probably didn't say your mother ordered a T-shirt. So, um, What? Piggy's daughter was born during and after a Harry Potter movie marathon. That's crazy. Jay's wearing a Scotty sweatshirt. Which one's that? Yeah, I should be marketing the sweatshirts to South America. Right, Maria? It's probably starting to get cold again. 30-hour labor. Yikes, that doesn't sound fun. BB, how long did it take for you to get hatched? You just busted out. You were just. I'm here. I wish I could have been there for that. Oh, tough as nails. And psychedelic eat, sleep, poop in gray. Go, baby, go. We got to get our party started, BB. BB, you pooped all over my shirt. Ugh. Gross. Gross. Toby? Yeah, the camo shirt and the hay shirt, those shirts turn out really nice. They print on the fabric and then they cut it for you and sew it up, and it's very nice. Well worth the cost. So highly recommend those. I have the camouflage one and the hay one, and I like them both. They've lasted many years, and I wash them a lot, and they're very soft. So, when I make a shirt, I usually will get it and make sure that the quality turns out good. There are many other things that I could make in the. So I work with a print facilitator, and there's a lot of garments and things that I could put the designs on, and not all of them turn out as good as others. So unless it's going to be 100% awesome quality, I'm not gonna put it in my shop. That was one of the first things I made was socks, but the quality didn't turn out very good, so I never put it in the shop. Toby, are you getting restless? So we're going to wrap it up here in about 5 minutes so that I can get my oil changed, just in case I have to go on a long road trip this weekend. We'll see. I even left a message with this rescue group. I would prefer not to drive all the way up to Sacramento, but if no one else is going to step up to do it, this rabbit's time is running out. So I will post something on Patreon if I have to go up there. I'll keep you guys in the loop. Michelle has the Eat, Sleep, Poop mug. Yes, Michelle has been buying a lot of stuff from the shop. Toby, is it about nap time? BB, do you think we can? Nope, we gotta go get the oil change before they close. No time for a nap. Nope, this is Toby. This is Toby. I had to put Bangle away. Bangle is sleeping with his eyes open like a freak over there. Yeah, I should put more designs on mugs because the mugs are relatively affordable and they turn out really good. And I'm pretty lazy, so I can never have too many mugs. I've got a whole rotating quiver of mugs, and I'm always like running out of mugs. I think the problem is once that stuff settles at the bottom of the mug, which shouldn't matter, you just put more hot coffee in there. But gotta have a fresh, clean mug. Yeah, if there's something that you want, if there's a design or a style garment, or if you've got an idea, let me know and I'll try to bust it out. I did a contest um, on YouTube for a t-shirt design, and I'm almost done with that design. I just gotta basically finalize the design and put it on the shirt. But if somebody else has any t-shirt ideas or any other design ideas, let me know and I'll try to get that on the shop. Yeah, I'm trying to remember um, if I made an alternative Harriet shirt where it just said something about skinny pig, um, or if I took that away. What's this right here? You're itchy? Um, I will be safe on the road. Thank you, Maria. Marissa, I'm sure where you live there is a rescue or a shelter, or even there's a Petco. If there's not, then you're very lucky. But if there is a rescue or a shelter or a pet store, go in and like I said, a lot of pet shops don't realize that guinea pigs need hay all the time. So yes, Toby is adorable. He's really filled out. All of that fungus. Toby's getting close to a year. He's probably about 8 months old now. Something like that. I would have to check when his gotcha day was to find out how old he is. Because I'd say he's probably two months old on the day that I got him. The day that I drove out of my way to pick him up from Corona. Well, Piggies, there's. Oh, we're back. Piggies, check my rescue list. The best place to discover rescues that you may not know about is Pet Finder. Search on Pet Finder for animal shelters or rescues. Yeah, I was happy to make that shirt. Here, BB, look at him. Look at him, he's sleeping. Shh, you're gonna wake him up. Yes, well, you know what? Sadly, there are probably more homeless dogs and cats in this world than there are guinea pigs. We'll see, Alexis. The the old McDonald had a farm video took so long to do, and I don't even have access to that software anymore. And I was literally spending hours a day, um, every day for like almost a year working on that thing. And, you know, it's gotten a lot of views, but I can't say that it was worth all the effort that I put into it. But I'm glad that you enjoy it. I think what I would rather do is make the second book in this series. Uh, the software um, is called Nuke. It's basically a 2D/3D compositing software. Um, you could probably do something similar in After Effects. It's just so much work. Um, yeah, maybe I could do a video with AI. What's this question? Michelle asks, do you have to use the things if you foster from a rescue, use their stuff? Uh, what do we mean? Different rescues have different policies. Um, thing about the book, I think, is you'll get more enjoyment out of it, and I can tell a bigger story. But I do have some music videos in the works. So, unfortunately, the music videos get the same, if not less, views, and they take like 10 times as long. Um, any animal you have should be a live time, not just for 5 minutes. Um, I don't know what that means. Maybe restate the statement. Oh, oh, I see that. People were talking about cleaning with bleach. I cannot think of any situation where you would clean with bleach in an active living guinea pig cage. Totally unnecessary. Um, any any guinea pig item that is so dirty that needs to be soaked in bleach should be replaced. That's my personal opinion. However, something like a plastic igloo, you could spray bleach on it and rinse it off and let it dry, and there'd be no residual bleach. But like bleaching inside a guinea pig cage and having to move all the guinea pigs out is totally unnecessary, because if you're cleaning at the rate that guinea pig cages need to be cleaned, it should never be that dirty that you need to clean with bleach. I used the Cavi cleaner, which actually does an amazing job. I made a video about it at some point, or I mentioned it in a video. Um, it's pretty good, and really just water and a scouring sponge, you can get most stuff off coroplast. I just, but I'm open minded. If there's a reason, if there's, yeah, you know, a lot of people talk about vinegar, And a little vinegar in a same thing with vinegar as bleach though. You wouldn't want your piggies near it for until it dries. I just don't see really the need to use anything other than water. A little diluted vinegar, maybe a little diluted lemon juice, but you just don't need much. But if they've given you something that's been cleaned with bleach, I would imagine that by the time it's been cleaned, in the you don't put bleach on something and then not rinse it off. So yeah. Historically, also salt. If you had like some really tough stuff, you pour some like sea salt on like some stuff that's gotten like lime or crusty, and you scrub it with the salt, and then you can rinse it off. But it's going to be tough to do that in a cage that you can't spray off and dump. Yeah. Well, there are many people that have their own way of doing things that I wouldn't necessarily agree with. But you know, I'm sure anybody that knows has guinea pig experience, that cares about their guinea pigs, that is also using bleach. They get their piggies way far away from there. They're using it very diluted. So um, this is a topic that we can think about, and we can see what people are doing in the guinea pig community, and we can try to come up with a consensus. All right, I think it's time. Yeah, I don't use dish detergent on my dishes. I have a scouring sponge and I use water, and if I ever need something more than water, I spray salt, or I pour salt. Salt can break up any stuff. It can also get rid of any oily residue. That's all I ever use to clean my dishes, except dishes that go in the dishwasher. I have a little dishwasher pod for the entire thing. But when I'm just washing my cups and things, plates and stuff, I never use detergent. It's just not necessary. Keeps you stronger. All right. No, I think people who put a whole bunch of dishwashing soap when they're washing by hand, it's total waste, totally unnecessary. Because it's food debris. Why would you put chemicals on a plate after you've just put food on the plate? If you can get all that food debris off, that's just me. I'm weird, but I'm also cheap. And when you have soapy sponges, they tend to smell mildewy. Derp derp in the house. Watching from MMLC DHS, Andy and Kay. Hey guys. We got you on the schedule to do the fostering, or the babysitting, guinea pig babysitting. Yes, detergent is a petroleum waste product. Well, soap. All right, guys. Thank you for all the input. This is as fun as always. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that I was able to answer some questions. Of course, you can always message me directly through the contact page on my website. I'll be answering emails again later today, after I get my oil changed and get some more laundry done. And I will keep you posted. Yeah, we'll see if this rabbit needs transport. But thank you guys. I really appreciate all of the comments, participation, support. Thank you, Connie, Michelle, Spot, Guinea Pig Pros. That's Quinn. Hey there, Quinn. Piggities, Renee, Ashley, Yvonne, Marissa, Kimberly, Drew, Momotato, Derp Derp, Suzanne, your mother, all of you guys, Ascolta-san, Alexis. All right, you guys. It was my pleasure. Phoebe, are you ready for bed? You ready to take a nap? Yes, you ready to go to sleep? Okay, you're gonna take a nap. I'm gonna go get the oil changed. All right, guys. Say goodnight, Toby. Well, we still got a couple hours of sunshine. Say goodbye, Toby. Say goodbye, Toby. What a handsome boy. I'll give everyone kisses. Thank you, guys. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.